Coach Sullivan here again with MJS Coaching Football. My subscribers say thank you. Non-subscribers, I'm hoping to tease you into pushing that button. This past fall is my 38th year coaching football and as a defensive coordinator. But over that time, I've also been an offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, longtime head coach, and all of this at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about one of our payload games that we call Magoo. Right after one of those cartoon characters, right? Magoo, Mr. Magoo. It's a two penetrator game, okay? And so I'm going over here the key terms so you can understand how we execute Magoo and how we teach it, how we determine what side to run it to. And then over here, I'll diagram it for you, including who it is we're trying to attack in the protection scheme, okay? So the first term over here is Magoo itself, which is a payload game. Okay, it's a two penetrator payload game. Okay, so then how we determine what side to run it to, letter A, the Lucky Ringo. This is a to the rover, right? So there's a rover, right? 11, 21 personnel to the tight end. Or it's a to the lizard rip, so all our even personnel groupings, 10, 12, 20, 22. Okay, so we're going to the strong side here. Okay. So then number two, the nose goes first to the call. He's penetrator number one because he is involved with the looper. Okay, and what the nose is going to do is the nose is going to stick B gap. Okay, he's going to pick the tackle by bull rush. And then loop for outside cage versus pass. And that will tie in when I get to the last term, okay, if it is pass, okay? So then number three here, the defensive end to the call. So in this case, he's got second underneath him. Nose has first. Sorry about that. The stud, okay, he is going to what we say flash C step C gap. So he's going to step, give a head and shoulder fake as if he's going up in the C gap. Flash C, then he's going to loop behind the nose, right? Always behind the penetrator into B gap. And here's the key. He will loop B unless, okay? So the designated blocker, and this will be why the guard's in red here, is the guard. So he's going to flash C, right, head and shoulder fake, loop B behind the nose, and then if the guard's facing him, he'll cross into A gap. Otherwise, he's looping behind the nose, right up into B gap, okay, depending upon what the guard does. So for the purposes of this, we're going to say it's a pass. Everybody's pass protecting, okay, hard or soft sets irrelevant. All right, so what we're going to say for right now, okay, and this would be why we're going to run it. We're going to say that the guard's going to face him. And, right, the two-man surface side is looking to help with the nose, okay? So we pick this up in film study. So we're going to do the nose here first. The nose sticks, two-gap move, right? He's going to run through the inside of the tackle. He doesn't have to really bull rush him. He sees it's a pass. The tackle's looking outside, so he is going to loop for outside cage. If the tackle's square or looking inside, now he'll bull rush him. Okay? So now the stud, right, flash, head and shoulder fake. So let me do it in blue now. Looping behind, right, that'll time up. That's part of the reason for the flash. He sees the guard's facing him, so he takes it into the A gap. That's the butt side rule. I saved it for at this point this time. Okay, instead of rushing through the hands and getting blocked, he's going to rush butt side of the guard, which when he's facing you is A gap. Okay, so then I'll come back to the other scenario in a minute. Defensive end opposite the call, sticking A gap. So depending on the reaction of the center, he is going to pick and bull rush through the center here. So if the center does work his eyes, wipe the nose on the stick, and then come back, there's going to be an opportunity for the sticking defensive end in the A gap to bull rush through the center. Okay? If the guard were doing this, or the guard got caught up with the nose crossing his face, that's why the looper, in this case the studs rule, is B gap unless, B gap unless, B gap unless. Okay? So that is Magoo. Essentially, it's a double stick with the loop. Okay? A double stick with the loop. So I said at the beginning to my subscribers, I thank you, non-subscribers. I hope I teach you into pushing that button. To everybody, please reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com. Love to talk football with you. I want to thank you for watching MGS Coaching Football, and I want to thank YouTube for providing this platform.